Okay, so what I want to do today is show you the Home Essentials kit. It's a starter pack from doTERRA, and as I've put on here, it's the perfect start to your doTERRA journey. We truly do believe that. So, without further ado, I want to introduce you to the kit. It's as you can see is it comes with 10 oils. That's 6 single oils and 4 blends and a petal diffuser as well, which we have a couple of those now. Absolutely fantastic. So the single oils you get are lemon, lavender, melaleuca or tea tree, oregano, peppermint, frankincense, and then the 4 blends are On Guard, Digest, Zen, Breathe, and Deep Blue. So just want to quickly go through each of the oils and yeah, just show you how versatile they are. So I want to start with lavender. Obviously, with our name, it's a sensible place to start. I'm not going to go through all of these. If you want any information, just please let me know. Traditionally, everybody does know lavender as a soothing oil that helps with sleep. That's certainly true. You can rub it to the bottom of your feet and give yourself a better night, or spritz it onto children's pillows, that kind of thing. But it also has absolutely fantastic anti-inflammatory and analgesic properties. So if you get a bite, you can apply it to that, and it will help the swelling go down. I know we personally do that quite a lot here. So there's many uses for the lavender oil. It's a really versatile one and an excellent one to have as a starter. Moving on to tea tree, melaleuca, certainly one that everybody's kind of heard of. Tea tree, traditionally incredibly good for skin blemishes. You maybe have seen it in the shops for people with acne. That's certainly not the same as the tea tree we have here. This is incredibly concentrated. It's almost like it's a step up from what you could buy from a pharmacy. So like I say, there's a lot of uses here. You can actually soothe irritated baby skin, as you can see there. You can use it to remove permanent marker. It's a really good all-purpose cleaner in a spray bottle. So there's a lots of different ways that you can use this, and that's what we're trying to show you throughout this, is all the different ways you can use these oils. Lemon, obviously smells fantastic. It's an incredibly good way to add to water just to create a fresh tasting drink, and you can use it just as a pick-me-up. So put a drop in your hands, rub them together, breathe deeply from your cupped hands, and it just acts as a little sort of pick-me-up there. But what I've used it for quite a lot, and actually find it's amazing to see, is when you try and peel the sticker off of something, you end up with that horrible gummy stuff on there. Couple of drops on a cloth onto it, leave it for a couple of seconds, and then just rub it, and it lifts the glue straight off. So it's absolutely incredible for that. And yeah, I actually do have it mixed with I've sort of adapted it slightly, so it's vinegar, water, lemon, and I use peppermint and a bit of eucalyptus as well. But it's an amazing all-purpose cleaner, so you can just replace your horrible smelling sort of Jif, nasty kitchen cleaners that smell all chemically with this beautiful smelling and incredibly degreasing spray. So it's really is really good. So peppermint, obviously everybody is aware of peppermint tea. You may drink that to help with digestion, and absolutely that's true. I mean the peppermint in here is equivalent to 1 drop is equivalent to over 20 cups of peppermint tea. So it really is incredibly strong. And it's a completely different kind of feeling. So I mean peppermint, Rachel used it specifically for headaches when she was pregnant, which is something obviously you struggle with during pregnancy, is being able to take traditional medication. If you dab a drop of this on your temples, her headache used to just lift almost straight away. So currently, I mean, the UK is obviously basking in a heat wave, which is great for you guys, and you can actually mix this into a bottle with water, create a cooling mist, and it will take the edge off where you guys don't have aircon. You know, use it as air freshener, use it as digestive aid. There's an absolute ton of uses for peppermint, far and beyond just the taste of it. You can use it in cooking as well. This is the thing with a lot of the oils, they're actually they're certified pure therapeutic grade. So not only are they good for topical use on the body, for aromatic use, they're good for internal use, and that makes them good for cooking as well. So things like your lavender, things like your lemon and your peppermint, you can all use in cooking just to pep it up, and it's a real good hit for not much of a sort of a drop of it. So yeah, that's another sort of use that I haven't even touched on here. Next up is frankincense, often known as the king of oils. I mean, like at the end of the day, Jesus got given it when he was born. So if it's good enough for him, it's probably good enough for everybody else, right? Fantastic. I mean, it really has far too many uses to go through here. However, I mean, I've tried to list a few. You use it for skin nourishment, just in a few drops of carrier oil. I mean, carrier oil could be anything from fractionated coconut oil. I refer to that a few times in here. Or, you know, you could use jojoba, you could use sweet almond oil. There are a lot of different carrier oils you can use. Many of them have different properties, and that, you know, that may be a separate topic entirely. You can say you can mix it with a few of the other oils in the kit and actually help you to calm down stress, relieve tension, and it actually has an effect of intensifying the effects of other oils. So when you combine frankincense with other oils, their effects are actually heightened. So yeah, there's a good sort of few uses there for it. So hopefully we can cover that slightly further if anybody wants to. Oregano, sorry. Now, this was one that I was when we first got our kit, it had this in there, and I had no idea what to do with it. I mean, I thought to myself, well, you know, it just goes in Italian food, and absolutely, you could put a drop of this in a pizza sauce, a pasta sauce, and it will really intensify the oregano flavour. It will, you know, absolutely, it will make it incredibly intense. But it wasn't until I had strep throat, tonsillitis, that I really saw the benefits of this, and now it's a go-to for so many different things. Rachel and I both woke up, sore throats, the lot. I looked down the back of my throat, it was red, it was pussy, it was gross. And I didn't really know what to do. Rachel toddled off to the doctors, got herself some antibiotics, and I had a look and I thought, I want to do this without the antibiotics. I don't really like taking them, and I find if you don't need to take them, you shouldn't. So I found somewhere that said a couple of drops of oregano, a couple of drops of lemon in some water, gargle it for as long as you can, then swallow it. And I did it, and it's not the nicest tasting liquid in the world. I actually pepped it up with clove as well to help numb the pain of swallowing. But I did this, and I did this every couple of hours. And believe it or not, I was better within a day and a half, 2 days, and Rachel took a week on traditional antibiotics to get better. Oregano is incredibly antibiotic. It has so many properties of it that, you know, I'm not saying it's a cure-all at all, but it certainly can aid getting better. So, like I say, the one I think is quite interesting is it came up recently. Somebody, my niece had a verruca, and I'm desperately trying to get her mum to try number 2 on here, which is a drop of oregano, a drop of thyme with fractionated coconut oil. You put it on your feet, and it certainly can ward away a lot of those nasties that you can pick up at public swimming baths. You know, or you could use it as a mold preventer. I'm actually using it in fractionated coconut oil to help remove skin tags. And I tried it without coconut oil, and I wouldn't suggest that. It is incredibly potent when put on the skin, so you do need to be a little bit careful with it. But you can take it in veggie capsules. There's a whole load of reasons you can use oregano, far and beyond just the taste and the flavour of Italy. Then we move on to the blend. So this one is On Guard. On Guard is pretty much go to every single day in our house. It really is. I mean, On Guard is the protective blend. It's an immunization blend. It is an antibacterial blend. It basically kills viruses and bugs and anything else in this house better than anything else we've found. So if you have a sore throat, you can pop it with some lemon and some honey, and you can swallow that, and it will help cure. It will help to soothe your sore throat. You can use it basically in a veggie capsule just to keep you sort of topped up. You can add it to your orange juice to keep you topped up. But the thing that got me is we looked at the science experiment, and actually, if anybody wants to know, contact me, and I'll send you send you the link to it. But there was a girl in the US. It was only a high school science fair, but she did a comparison of using Lysol and Clorox to kill, and in petri dishes to kill bacteria. And the third option was On Guard. Lysol, Clorox are like Jif, or any of those sort of horrible smelling kitchen cleaners. So she soaked a coffee filter in them, placed it in a petri dish, put the bacteria in it, and put so the Clorox, the Clorox, the Lysol, they were on the coffee filters, and then she obviously allowed the cultures to grow, and the On Guard was by far and away the most potent of all of them. It offered protection to the degree that the bacteria was hardly even growing in the petri dish. So it was something, looking at that, it made us realize that there's something to this. I mean, it is fantastic. Just to have as a spray. I mean, you can make a hand sanitizer out of it without the alcohol smell, without that sort of horrible, nasty side effects of the alcohol sort of rubs. So yeah, it's definitely one that we turn to every single day. And here's another one which is great all over, but obviously during certain times of the year, it's an absolute godsend. Breathe is the respiratory blend. It is. The way I describe it to people is it's like Vicks on steroids. It's phenomenal. It's stronger than Albus oil. It will clear your sinuses right out. It just literally a drop on your hand, rub it together, inhale deeply, and you feel completely just clear. Sinuses, the whole lot. It opens everything up. So a lot of uses, and yeah, certainly one that we turn to as summer turns to winter, or even using it when you've got like seasonal hay fever, allergies, that sort of thing. It can really help just to keep the sinuses open and make you feel a lot better. But certainly when you've got colds, when you've got flu, combined with using alongside On Guard, using this as well, it will help you to get better quicker, one would believe. So yeah. Digest Zen. We actually have just used this today on Lily. We were out at a store, and then all of a sudden she just exploded everywhere. It was projectile out of the mouth everywhere. So Rachel has a little toolkit, little pouch with the oils in them. Digest Zen's one of them, diluted down. So we rubbed it on Lily's tummy. She's settled down, and actually she's fine now. So we're just keeping applying that. But it is the digestive blend. You can use it to apply to your stomach if you're feeling sick, if you've got any kind of grumbly stomach, anything like that really helps. It can aid with, if you diffuse it in the car, if you've got children that are motion sick, it can help with that. It can be used for slight seasickness, turbulence, flying, any of those sort of things that make you want to lose your lunch. Digestion can help with, but in the same way, it has other uses. Applied to the temples, it can reduce your tension and sinus pressure. You can actually put it into your bath water for when your children are bathing, like a couple of drops to help them ease, when they just are a bit backed up and can't go. There's a load of uses here that can help with the sort of healthy digestion, healthy gut function, and to stop you from feeling sick as well, which is obviously a great one to have in the tool bag. And Deep Blue is the final one here. Now it's like nothing I've ever experienced before. The smell is strong. A lot of people may find it too strong. I personally like it. It reminds me of the changing rooms at my dad's rugby club back in the day. It's that kind of Deep Blue, is kind of like a deep heaty sort of smell. It's really herbal. But it works. You rub it on your neck if you have a sore neck, and you can feel it heat up. And it is. We've sampled it out to somebody local who's a gardener, and the feedback we got is it was better than any of the other sort of remedies he was using. and that it felt like somebody had a warm hairdryer on him the whole time, and that's absolutely how it feels. So you can use it for any number of reasons. On your shoulders, if you've been sat at a desk all day, if you get that sort of hunched feel from your office, from you tapping away on your computers, and it's all that tension in your neck and shoulders, and you can just ease that easily with a couple of with a bit of deep blue in some coconut oil just rubbed onto your neck after sport, after working out. But for children, with a carrier oil, with something like fractionated coconut oil rubbed into their legs, if they're suffering from growing pains, it will just help them out. It helps them ease the cramps that are associated with that. So yeah, absolutely, it's a fantastic, fantastic blend there. So really, the question is, how much is it? There are two options here. There's the retail option and the wholesale option. We'll just quickly delve into both. So retail wise, if you were to buy all of these oils retail, as in you were to go in and buy each oil separately, this is how much it would cost you. Now that works out to over £315, and that's excluding the VAT. So it's not cheap as a package. But how much is it wholesale? So say you had a wholesale account already with doTERRA. How much does it work out then? Well, this is the wholesale cost for all of them, and that's still £238 excluding the VAT. So how do we give you the best value? Well, this is by buying the Home Essentials kit. Now the kit itself, I say, comes with 10 full-size bottles, so they're 15ml bottles. Now, if I could roll back the clock and go and buy the bottles the full-size bottles, I would have absolutely bought this kit when we first started up. We didn't. We bought a version that had the 5ml versions of all of these. So you got 5ml of frankincense, 5ml of peppermint, etc., etc. And we just found we ran out too quickly. But and we had to buy a petal diffuser separately. With this way, you get everything, the 10 full-size bottles, and you get the petal diffuser included. You also get your wellness advocate or wholesale membership. There's two options of joining. We've probably been through that with you. If not, contact me and we'll talk about it. But it's included. It's normally £20, which then enables you to receive a minimum 25% discount from any future purchases, and that's included then into the price. And the main thing in my mind is you will then be armed with an essential oil toolkit that enables you to deal with basically anything that happens day to day in the house. You can turn to these and find a solution, or you can come to us and ask us, but you can find a solution for most of the normal problems, for starting to remove some of the toxicity, for removing some of the cleaning aspects from the house, some of those things that you don't really want lurking in cupboards. And you can start to replace it, but you can also start to, your own wellness, your house wellness, the whole, your emotional wellness, all out of this one kit. So it's actually only £185 excluding the VAT, all in, which I think is an absolutely fantastic value. So what I wanted to try and do is just show you a couple of ideas of how to use, just day by day, what you would do. So I wanted to look at how to prevent school-borne disease. It doesn't have to be school. It could be the office. It could be, play group. It could be a sports team or whatever. But when something does the rounds, everybody gets it. How it is. Winter has come now. It's obviously a big thing over here, and it happens over there. How can this kit aid with one of the worst seasons? I know nobody's happy in winter apart from maybe polar bears, but so yeah, there's that. And also one that's sort of traditional for this time of year. It doesn't happen so much over here, but certainly in the UK, when everybody's going off on their holidays. I just love that picture. So there's a bug going around wherever. Could be wherever you want. So if it's a stomach bug, if it's a stomach flu, you can use Digest to ease these sort of stomach issues. You could give your whole family an immunity booster. You make up a rollable. On Guard, Breathe, lemon, tea tree, melaleuca, oregano, frankincense. We've got all of those in there. You put it in top it up with fractionated coconut oil. Apply to the bottom of the feet, chest 3 times a day. It boosts the immune system. Or if you just do it once a day, it will help you to maintain a healthy immune system. You can diffuse On Guard throughout the house or in children's bedrooms or wherever the sick person is, just to ward off those sort of airborne nasty diseases, stop yourself from getting them. You could just use a on-garden water spray around the home, clean down surfaces, clean down child's toys, clean off anything that's been touched by the afflicted, without using nasty chemicals to bleach the area. And generally, I mean, it is a general thing. A poorly child is a poor sleeper. Yeah, they're not feeling very well. Something hurts. You can diffuse lavender or mist it onto their pillow to help them get a restful sleep, and combined with the digestion, or to ease the stomach problems, or breathe if they're suffering from a heavy cold. You can just mix and match these two together, all these oils together, and help you sort of create the right scenario to just ease the person through this illness. So the next, so there we go. So ease nasal congestion with a drop of peppermint or breathe. So yeah, I mean, like I say, if it's something like that, you'll be able to sort of ease the discomfort of sinus pressure. So if you're not ready for winter, and that happens, seasonal affective disorder, SADS, it does exist. I mean, your brain doesn't produce enough dopamine. It exists. It's a medical condition, and it's not just people feeling a bit depressed that it's nearly winter. And you can ease it if you have frankincense, lemon, and peppermint diffusing. It's uplifting, it's relaxing, it's invigorating, it's enlivening. These things will help you to just feel a little bit less as though winter's getting on top of you. If you're really cold, you go out, your hands are absolutely freezing. If you take a little vial with some oregano and heavily diluted in fractionated coconut oil, drop on your hands, rub it together, and it will warm your hands up for you. So there's a little sort of personal hand warmer. So if you've got sore throat, sniffles, it happens to everybody. Breathe for the congestion, obviously, and you can gargle with On Guard lemon, oregano, or you can add tea tree in there as well, just to help to kill any sore throat bugs you've got. If you've got chapped lips, the wind's like blowing strong, and you've always got chapped lips. Frankincense and lavender with a fractionated coconut oil, you can pop that on, and it's the properties of frankincense, those anti-inflammatory properties of lavender, they'll really help to calm that down and ease it. And so you can even whip up a flu bomb, which is, I think everybody should do this, to be honest. If you have this kit, you should do this sometime in October and have like an arsenal of them dotted around the place. So again, it's frankincense, lemon, On Guard, tea tree, oregano, all in a roller bottle. So you have all of those oils. Then when you start to feel that, I'm starting to feel a bit coldy, I'm starting to feel a bit fluey, apply to the bottoms of your feet, back of your neck, hourly for the first 5 hours. And then after that, every couple of hours. And this will help to negate those effects. You'll slow it down. It will basically just ease you through whatever's happening to you. So you'll be, it's a fantastic blend. What about if we're going on holiday, which I'm sure a lot of people are currently? Travel sickness, seasick, air sick, car sick, whatever it is. Just use, diffuse digestion, just smell digestion. Rachel actually gets horribly sick in the back of cars. Sit in the passenger seat, absolutely fine, but put her in the back and she feels awful. We were on our way back, and she was sat in the back with Lily. It was only about an hour drive away from home, and she had to whip out the digestion to smell it just to stop her from feeling so sick. So it does genuinely work. What if you're struggling to get on the time zone? You've gone somewhere, you need to stay awake a little bit longer. Just rub a little bit of lemon and peppermint in your hand and breathe deeply. It will just pick you up. It will just make you feel more alert, more awake. Or what if you actually need to sleep and you can't? Say lavender and frankincense on your feet can help bring you down, calm you down, and help you ease into a sleep. What if you, let's say, too many mojitos? What if you're a little bit jaded the day after, shall we say? You have all the ingredients for an excellent hangover shot. Peppermint, lemon, digestion, frankincense in a shot glass, top it up with water, pop it down, settle your stomach, helps your digestion, cleans you out, and it's it works. What if you get a scraper, they fall off the a climbing structure, or they run by the pool, slip, graze their knee? You can put lavender and tea tree in fractionated coconut oil as a roller and rub it on, and it's as good as Germline ever was. It helps to clean the area, disinfect the area, take down swelling, take down all the redness that's associated with it. TerraShield's a great one. It's sort of a bug blend over here, so you can buy it in the UK, but it helps to ward off mozzies and all that sort of thing. But if you've forgotten it, or you haven't put your bug spray on and you get bitten, which happens on holiday a lot, Lavender. Just lavender, lavender, lavender. I've been using it whenever I've forgotten to put the bug spray on. I know I get bitten straight away, and I'm a magnet for it over here. Just pop on the lavender, and it helps to take the itch right out of it. And often, here's one that you don't really talk to. Too much sun, too much sand, and your hair goes brittle. If you add a drop of lavender to shampoo and peppermint to the conditioner, you can take away a lot of that build up, condition, nourish your hair, and you'll end up with a much nicer looking. Your hair will be a lot more manageable by the end of it. So that's just a little one to look at. So realistically, those are sort of just a few scenarios. There are plenty more. If you have anything you need to ask me, if you do want to know anything more about this kit, there are other kits. It's just that we really do feel that this one gives you everything you need in order to have a great start in essential oils in your day-to-day life. If there's anything more you need, contact us, and look forward to hearing from you soon. Thanks a lot.